59th, okay, before. Board Jerome. Okay, alam na ni Board Jerome. Okay. The 59th regular session of the 18th Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Davao Oriental is now called to order. Requesting everyone to please stand for the opening prayer, to be led by Honorable Board Member Jerome Dayanghirang, followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem and the provincial hymn.
Let us bow our heads and put ourselves in the holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Heavenly Father, as we gather in your name, we invite your divine presence to bless this session today. May your Spirit guide our thoughts, words, and actions, leading us in the righteousness and unity. This we pray in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiging telos ng sinatanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong bagaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihingi, ang ituwin at araw niya kailan pamay di magtitingin. Lumalang araw ng walang pagsinta, mo'y langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya na pagkay magamin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. O probinsya na minamahal, sansubangan ng Davao, manwakaw na madayaw, yan aguyon yang udaw, malipayon kay palanggakaw ng Diyos. Matabayang kalupaan mo, yang tanong mabungahon, dagat mo mga suba, madali kayang isda, kabuhian, kawilihan ng tanan. O mahal na Davao Oriental, langit mo mapaway, yang kabutayan, yang kapatagan, mayaman ay magandahay. Mas tihain pa kami kumanto, kami mo uli anikan mo. Garbo namin anabawenyo, yang pagservis ang kadyawan mo.
Pleasant afternoon to all the members of this august body. Good afternoon also to our SP Support Services Office, headed by our SP Secretary, Mr. Maximino Nazareno II. Here today for a regular session, we have our Assistant SP Support Services Office Head, Ma'am Evangeline Plaza, as the acting secretary for today's regular session. And to all, everyone inside the session hall, we also have guests from the Department of Interior and Local Government to observe our session today. We have from DILG Provincial Office, is this PO? Yes. Mr. John Waldson Canoy, sir. We also have Mr. Bernaldo Aduabe Jr. from DILG Provincial Office. We also have from DILG Davao del Sur, we have Ma'am Shaira Shane Ampuyas, ma'am. We also have Mel Angelic Flores, also from Davao del Sur. And we also have from DILG Davao City, Jel Ilana Keith Balana. Ma'am, thank you. So I think to everyone, once again, to our SP Support Services Office staff, everyone inside the session hall, once again, good afternoon. At this point, may I request our secretary to please proceed with the roll call for the determination of our quorum.
The honorable members of this august chamber are requested to say aye. All the roll. Honorable Maria Glenda Monet Rabat Gaita,
Aye.
Honorable Beverly M. Dayanan, Honorable Harold A. Montes, Honorable Attorney Manuel M. Lipardo Jr., Honorable Ana Cheryl N. Castro, Honorable Elijah E. Palmahil, Honorable Daud B. Linsag, Honorable Stephen Paul L. Uy, Honorable Attorney Maria Lady Hope J. Macaira is on a wellness leave, Honorable John Erwin G. Montojo, Honorable Ruchi M. Ravelo, Honorable Jerome C. Dayanghirang, Honorable Joson Michael G. Dayanghirang, Honorable Eleuterio C. Manaytay is on a wellness leave, Honorable Shanin C. Lintugunan, Honorable Presiding Officer, there are 11 members of this august chamber present, including the Honorable Chair.
Considering that we have mustered a quorum for this regular session today, we can now proceed to the discussion of the items in the order of business. What is the next item, Madam Secretary?
Next item in the order of business is reading and consideration of the minutes, Journal of Proceedings of the 18th Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Davao Oriental, taken during the 57th regular session held on August 5, 2026 at the SP Session Hall, Government Center, Dahican City of Mati, Davao Oriental.
At this point, I believe everyone has a copy of the minutes and the Journal of Proceedings of the 57th regular session. What is now the pleasure of the body? Yes, Honorable Lepardo is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Maayong hapon sa atong tanan. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move for the adoption of the minutes as well as the Journal of Proceedings of the 18th Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Davao Oriental of the 57th regular session last August 5, 2026 before the SP Session Hall, Government Center, Dahican City of Mati, Davao Oriental.
There was a motion for the adoption of the minutes and the Journal of Proceedings of the 57th regular session of this 18th Sanggunian dated August 5, 2026 on motion of Honorable Lepardo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Next item, Madam Secretary.
Next item is privilege hour.
We are now under privilege hour. Yes, Honorable Montes is recognized.
Thank you very much, Honorable Presiding Officer, and good afternoon to each and everyone, my distinguished colleagues of this august body, of course, our visitors coming from DILG, our friends. Thank you for coming for the province of Davao Oriental. Ladies and gentlemen, maayong hapon. It is with great pride and deep sense of joy that I rise today to exercise my privilege and extend my heartfelt congratulations to Balangay City High Performing Arts for bringing honor, pride, and distinction to our province through the remarkable victory of the Indak-Indak sa Kadalanan 2026 of the Kadayawan Festival. To the talented young performers, their dedicated choreographers, trainers, supportive parents, teachers, organizers, and to everyone who worked tirelessly behind the scenes, I extend my warmest congratulations to this extraordinary achievement. I would like also to recognize the leadership of Ma'am Jubilin Barba, Principal of Mati City High School, whose guidance and support have undoubtedly contributed to the success of these young performers. Behind every successful group of young people is a community of individuals who believe in their potential. The leadership of the school, together with the teachers, trainers, parents, mentors, plays an essential role in creating an environment where talent can grow and dreams can become achievements. Balangay City High Performing Arts has once again proven that excellence is achieved not merely through talent, but through discipline, perseverance, teamwork, sacrifice, and an unwavering commitment to one's craft. Their victory as the grand champion of the Indak-Indak sa Kadalanan 2026 and their distinction as three-time winners of this prestigious competition is truly an accomplishment worthy for the recognition of this honorable body. A three-time champion is no ordinary feat. It is the culmination of countless hours of practice, the willingness to endure exhaustion and challenges, the discipline to perfect every movement, and the determination to continue striving for excellence even when the road becomes difficult. Every step they took on that stage represented something greater than choreography. It represented the talent of our youth, the richness of our culture, and the vibrant spirit of Oriental Davaoenos. As the Committee Chairman on Education, Culture, Arts, and Science and Technology of the 18th Sangguniang Panlalawigan, this achievement holds a particularly meaningful significance. Education does not only happen inside classrooms. Culture does not only live in history books. And the arts are not simply forms of entertainment. They are an essential part of how we develop our young people, strengthen their sense of identity, and preserve the heritage that will eventually pass on the next generation. Through their performance, the members of the Balangay City High Performing Arts have demonstrated exactly that our young people are capable of when their talents are nurtured, their dreams are supported, and they are given the opportunity to excel. They have shown to us that our youth are not merely the future of our province. They are already contributors to its pride, identity, and progress today. Their achievement also reminds us of our responsibility as public officials to continue creating and supporting opportunities where our young people can discover our talents, develop their abilities, express their creativity, and proudly represents our province. The success of Balangay City High Performing Arts is therefore not simply their own success. It is a victory shared by their families, teachers, mentors, school administration, and community, and by every Oriental Davaoenyo who takes pride in seeing our young people shine. Your victory is more than a championship. It is a celebration of culture. It is a celebration of youth. Matod pa ni Board Member Daud, kami man daw ang mga youth. It is a celebration of talent and determination. And most importantly, it is a celebration that we can accomplish when we come together with one purpose and one dream. May this three-time championship inspire you to continue reaching greater heights. May you continue to dance with passion, perform with purpose, and carry with you the values of humility, discipline, teamwork, excellence, and love for our culture. As you continue your journey, may you always remember that wherever you perform, you carry with you not only your own name, but also the pride of your families, your school, your community, and the people of Davao Oriental. On behalf of the Provincial Government of Davao Oriental, and in my capacity as Committee Chairman on Education, Culture, Arts, Science, and Technology, we convey our deepest appreciation and heartfelt congratulations to Balangay City High Performing Arts under the leadership of Ma'am Jubilin Barba for this remarkable accomplishment. You have made us proud. You have inspired our youth. You have celebrated our culture. And you, once again, shown to the world the exceptional talent and spirit of Oriental Davaoenos. Congratulations, Balangay City High Performing Arts. on being the grand champion of the Indak-Indak sa Kadalanan 2026 and on becoming 3-time champion of this prestigious competition. May your passion continue to inspire and your talent continue to flourish, and may your journey continue to bring honor and pride to our beloved province. Mabuhay ang Balangay City High Performing Arts, mabuhay ang ating mga kabataan, mabuhay ang kultura at sining ng Davao Oriental. Congratulations and padayon. Madam Presiding Officer, puno sa kalipay ug pagpasidungog ug pagpasalamat, I would like to sponsor a resolution calendared for today's agenda, a resolution commending and congratulating Balangay City High Performing Arts for emerging as grand champion and 3-time winner of the Indak-Indak sa Kadalanan 2026 of the Kadayawan Festival, thereby bringing honor, pride, and distinction to the province of Davao Oriental. Thank you very much, Honorable Presiding Officer, and good afternoon to each and everyone.
Thank you, Honorable Montes. Indeed, their achievement has really brought honor and pride to the province. So we are still under privilege hour. Are there any other members who would like? Yes, Honorable Lepardo is recognized, to be followed later by Honorable Castro.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Before I proceed, Honorable Presiding Officer, may I request that the Honorable Johnson Michael G. Dayanghirang be recognized, his presence.
Okay, noted. Madam Secretary, please take note.
Noted.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. This is in relation to our calendar for today's session, Honorable Presiding Officer. There is a communication numbered 18-518 series of 2026 that I would wish that the same be included in our order of business. Again, the communication is communication number 18-518 series of 2026. So that should be treated by way of a motion as an amendment to our calendar, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Would that be all?
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer, that would be all. Thank you.
There is a motion for the amendment to our order of business by inclusion of communication number 18-518-2026. That is on motion of Honorable Lepardo, seconded by Honorable Castro and Honorable Palmahil, Honorable Dayanghirang, all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Madam Secretary, please take note.
Next is question hour.
Before that, I believe Board Member Castro, okay, he will now. So we can now proceed to the next item in the order of business.
This august body has no invitee to be accommodated under the question hour. Next is first reading and referral to committees of proposed ordinances. Under this is proposed Provincial Ordinance number 18-24-2026, authored by the Honorable Ruchi M. Ravelo.
This is referred to Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and Ways and Means.
Resolutions. Proposed Resolution number 18-523-2026, authored by the Honorable Harold A. Monte.
This is referred to Committee on Education, Arts, Culture, Science, and Technology.
Communications. First, under communication is communication number 18-505-2026. This is certified as urgent by the Honorable Governor.
This is referred to Committee on Social Services. As this is certified urgent, this will be tackled later under committee as a whole under suspended House rules.
Next is communication number 18-506-2026. This is certified as urgent by the Honorable Governor.
This is referred to Committee on Health and Sanitation. And again, as this is certified urgent, this will be tackled later on under committee as a whole under suspended House rules.
Next is communication number 18-507-2026.
Referred to Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and Ways and Means.
Next is communication number 18-508-2026.
Referred to Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and Ways and Means.
Number 18-509-2026.
Referred to Committee on Energy, Public Works and Highways, and Infrastructure Development.
Next is communication number 18-510-2026.
This is referred to Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and Ways and Means.
Next is communication number 18-511-2026.
This is for the information of this august body.
Next is communication number 18-512-2026.
Referred to Committee on Health and Sanitation.
Next is communication number 18-513-2026.
Again, this is referred to Committee on Health and Sanitation.
Next is communication number 18-514-2026. This is certified as urgent by the Honorable Governor.
This is referred to Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and Ways and Means. And as this is certified urgent to be discussed and tackled later under committee as a whole under suspended House rules.
Next is communication number 18-515-2026. This is certified as urgent by the Honorable Governor.
This is referred to Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and Ways and Means, and will be tackled later under committee as a whole under suspended House rules.
Next is communication number 18-516-2026. This is certified as urgent by the Honorable Governor.
This is referred to Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and Ways and Means.
Certified as urgent.
And this is certified urgent. Okay, this is certified urgent to be discussed again under committee as a whole under suspended House rules.
Next is communication number 18-517-2026. This is certified as urgent by the Honorable Governor.
This is again referred to Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and Ways and Means, and to be discussed later under committee as a whole under suspended House rules.
Next is communication number 18-518-2026.
This is again referred to Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and Ways and Means.
At this point, Honorable Chair, we will now be accommodating the urgent request from the Honorable Governor, Your Honor.
Considering that we have measures that is certified urgent by the Governor, what is now the pleasure of the body? Yes, Honorable Lepardo is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I move that we convert ourselves into a committee of the whole under suspended House rules.
There was a motion for the conversion of this body into a committee as a whole under suspended House rules on motion of Honorable Lepardo, seconded by Honorable Insag, Honorable Montes, Honorable Palmahil, Honorable Dayanan. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Motion is carried.
First, under suspended rules, Committee of the Whole, is communication number 18-505-2026, referred to the Committee on Social Services, chaired by the Honorable Montojo.
Honorable Montojo is recognized.
Good afternoon, Madam Presiding Officer. We have received a letter from the Honorable Governor Nelson L. Dayanghiran through the Honorable Vice Governor Maria Glenda Monet Rabat Gaita, respectfully requesting the passage of a resolution authorizing the Governor to enter into a memorandum of agreement for and in behalf of the Province of Davao Oriental with the Department of Social Welfare and Development Field Office 11. And this agreement is for the implementation of assistance to individuals in crisis situation program, specifically aimed at providing financial assistance to individuals and families in crisis situation in the province of Davao Oriental. I believe everyone should be able, well, if there is any questions or any comments with regards to the request, I would be willing to answer.
Are there any questions, clarifications, or discussions from the members of this body with regards to this communication? I believe there's none. What is now the recommendation of the committee as a whole?
I move to include this into our agenda for today.
Okay, so the recommendation is for the passage of the resolution as requested under the communication, and it will be passed later once we convert back to plenary. Thank you. And the adoption of the Committee of the Whole report numbered as 18-353-2026.
Thank you.
Thank you. What is the next item for discussion?
Next is communication number 18-506-2026, referred to the Committee on Health and Sanitation.
Again, Honorable Montojo is recognized.
Madam Presiding Officer, I have another letter that was received by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan through the office of the Honorable Vice Governor Maria Glenda Monet Rabat Gaita, coming from our Governor Nelson L. Dayanghirang, respectfully requesting the passage of a resolution authorizing the undersigned, our Governor, to enter into a deed of donation and acceptance for and in behalf of the province of Davao Oriental through the Davao Oriental Provincial Medical Center with Okada Foundation Incorporated and Tiger Resort Leisure and Entertainment Incorporated, doing the business under the name and style of Okada Manila. The donation consists of medical equipment valued at 111,786,605 and 82 centavos, intended to enhance the health services and welfare of the Davao Oriental Provincial Medical Center. I would be open to accept any questions or clarifications with regards to the request of the Governor.
Are there any questions, clarification coming from the members? If there is none, what is now the recommendation of the committee as a whole?
I move that we include this in our
Discussion.
agenda for today with the said committee of the whole report.
Okay.
Number 18-354-2026.
Okay, so the recommendation of the committee as a whole is for the adoption of the committee of the whole report 18-354-2026, recommending for the passage of the resolution as requested under the said communication. So, okay, we are through with that. Is there other communications? What is the next one?
Next are 4 communications. These are communication numbers 18-514-2026, 18-515, 18-516, and 18-517, all referred to the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriations, chaired by the Honorable Ravelo.
Honorable Ravelo is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Good afternoon to the honorable members of the 18th Sangguniang Panlalawigan, guests and other visitors, fellow public servants. I have here, we are in receipt of a communications from the Honorable Governor Nelson Dayanghirang, docketed as communications number 18-514, 515, 516, and 517, all series of 2026. 18514 for the approval of the PDC ExCom Resolution number 11, series of 2026. Communication 18515 2026 request for the approval of PDC ExCom Resolution number 12, series of 2026. Communication number 18516 2026 request for approval of PDC ExCom Resolution number 13, series of 2026, and communication number 18-517 2026. Request for the passage of a resolution and appropriate ordinance for supplemental budget number 2, fiscal year 2026 for the funding of various programs, projects, and activities to be taken from various sources involving the total amount of 93,230,880.07, Madam Presiding Officer. This representation, Madam Chair, is now ready to receive questions from the honorable members if there are any. Thank you. And later on, if there's no question, this representation would like to render Committee of the Whole Report number 18-355-2026. Thank you.
Are there any questions, clarification coming from the members with regards to communications 18-514, 515, 516, and 517, all series of 2026? Are there any questions? None. Clarifications? None. So the Committee of the Whole recommendation is for the passage of a Committee of the Whole Report number 18-355-2026, recommending for the passage of the appropriate legislations as requested under the said communications after we convert the body back to plenary. So are there other measures considered urgent?
We have no more matters for discussion under Committee of the Whole, Your Honor.
At this point, we are through with all the urgent communications coming from the provincial governor. May we request Honorable Lipardo as the chair of the Committee on Rules for the motion for the conversion of the body back to plenary, still under suspended House rules.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I move that we convert back ourselves into the plenary under the same suspended House rules. Thank you.
Okay, there was a motion presented by Honorable Lipardo, seconded by all members present. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. First item for discussion.
First item under this period is adoption and/or acceptance of Committee of the Whole Report number 18-353-2026 to be rendered by the Honorable Montojo.
Honorable Montojo is again recognized.
Madam Presiding Officer, I have here Committee Report number 18-341-2026 with the subject communication number 18-496-2026 pertains to the letter from the Provincial Governor, the Honorable Nelson L. Dayanghirang, requesting the passage of a resolution authorizing him to enter into and sign for, and in behalf of the Province of Davao Oriental, a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Social Welfare and Development, Field Office 11, through the Sustainable Livelihood Program. Madam Presiding Officer, I believe everyone has a copy of this said committee report, and I move that we forego of the reading and subsequently adopt the said committee report.
Okay, I believe we will still be tackling the urgent measures.
Sorry.
It will still be the Committee of the Whole Report 18353, the one we earlier discussed during the committee as a whole.
Sorry.
Okay.
Madam Presiding Officer, I have here a Committee of the Whole Report number 18-353-2026 with a subject communication number 18-505-2026. Findings, communication number 18-505-2026 pertains to the letter of the Provincial Governor, the Honorable Nelson L. Dayanghirang, dated August 10, 2026, requesting this august body to take immediate legislative action on the passage of a resolution authorizing him to enter into and sign for, in behalf of the Province of Davao Oriental, a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Social Welfare and Development, Field Office 11, for the implementation of the Assistance to Individuals in Crisis Situation Program, which aims to provide financial assistance to individuals and families experiencing crisis situations within the province of Davao Oriental. This said agreement aims to formalize the partnership between the Department of Social Welfare and Development and the Provincial Government of Davao Oriental for the implementation of the AIX program within the province. Pursuant to Executive Order number 221 series of 2003 and Executive Order number 137 series of 2021, the DSWD implements crisis intervention through the AIX program. Accordingly, the DSWD shall transfer to the province a total amount of 20 million to support the provision of medical, funeral, educational, and cash assistance, as well as other support services and cash relief assistance, including assistance to individuals and families affected by natural and human-induced disasters. Recommendation: pursuant to Chapter 3, Section 465 of the Local Government Code of 1991 states that the provincial governor, as the chief executive of the provincial government, shall represent the province in all its business transactions, and signs in behalf of all bonds, contracts, and obligations, and as such other documents upon authority of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan or pursuant to law or ordinance. In view hereof, this Committee of the Whole favorably recommends for the passage of a resolution authorizing the Provincial Governor, Nelson L. Dayanghirang, for and in behalf of the Province of Davao Oriental, to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Social Welfare and Development through Field Office 11, represented by its Regional Director, Benchi B. Gonzalez, for the implementation of the AIX program in the province of Davao Oriental. I move for the adoption of this said Committee of the Whole report, Madam Presiding Officer.
There was a motion for the adoption of the Committee of the Whole Report number 18-353-2026 on motion of Honorable Montojo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said Committee of the Whole Report number 18-353-2026 is hereby adopted by this Council. Next item.
Next is Committee of the Whole Report number 18-354-2026. This will be rendered once again by the Honorable Montojo.
Honorable Montojo is again recognized.
Once again, Madam Presiding Officer, I have here Committee of the Whole report number 18-354-2026 with the subject communication number 18-506-2026. Findings and observations. The Provincial Governor, the Honorable Nelson L. Dayanghirang, has requested for priority medical equipment needs to ensure the delivery of quality, accessible, and responsive healthcare to the constituents of Davao Oriental. The donor, Okada Foundation Incorporated, shall provide necessary additional medical equipments to the donee, the province of Davao Oriental, for the purpose in agreement to have a partnership for this health and medical advocacy. The province of Davao Oriental shall provide Okada Foundation the required reports on the utilization of the medical equipment. Recommendation. Chapter 3, Section 465B1 V1 of the Local Government Code of 1991 states, among others, that the provincial governor, as the chief executive of the provincial government, shall represent the province in all its business transactions and sign in behalf of all bonds, contracts, and obligations, and as such, other documents upon authority of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan or pursuant to law or ordinance. Therefore, in consideration of the above premises, the committee hereby recommends for the passage of this appropriate resolution. I move for the adoption of this said Committee of the Whole report, Madam Presiding Officer.
There was a motion for the adoption of the Committee of the Whole Report number 18-354-2026 on motion of Honorable Montojo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said Committee of the Whole Report number 18-354-2026 is hereby adopted by this Council. Next item.
Next is Committee of the Whole Report number 18-355-2026 to be rendered by the Honorable Ravelo.
Honorable Ravelo is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Honorable colleagues, I have here Committee of the Whole Report number 18-355-2026 with the following findings and observations. Accordingly, Communication number 18514-2026, PDC ExCom Resolution number 11, Series of 2026. Communication number 18-515-2026, PDC ExCom Resolution number 12, Series of 2026. Communication number 18516-2026, request for approval of the PDC ExCom Resolution number 13, Series of 2026. Number 4, Communication number 18517-2026, a request for the passage of a resolution and appropriate ordinance for supplemental budget number 2, fiscal year 2026 for the funding of various programs, projects, and activities to be taken from various fund sources involving the total amount of 93,230,880.07. Accordingly, the funds for this proposed supplemental budget will be sourced from the following: new revenue sources, fiscal year 2025, unappropriated surplus; external sources, share from national wealth, mining taxes, 2,208,000. Reversion of the following: actual salary savings, PS, from the period of January 1 to March 31, 2026, 39,786,955.92. Other locally funded PPAs, PGO, 500,000, 20% LGDF, 2026 current appropriations, 732, 2025 continuing appropriations, 14,081,749.60. 2022 continuing appropriations, 3,387,708.45. MOE from PHO 250,000, Capital Outlay PGO Motor Vehicles 5 million, Provincial Cooperative Office Equipment 50,000, Capital Outlay VGO 2.5 million, Salary Savings is PSO January to May 31, 2026, 465,734 and 10 cents. A total subtotal for the reversion is 66,022,880 and 7 cents. Letter C, reallocation or alignment of the appropriations from DBP loan proceeds, PDC EXCOM Resolution Number 12, Series of 2020. Construction of Watchers Utility Purpose Hall, Evacuation Center at DOPH, Katiel, 5 million. Construction of Watchers Utility Area Purpose Hall, Evacuation Center at DOPH, Lupon, 5 million. And development of the Provincial Database Program of 50 million. A total of, subtotal of the reallocation amounting to 25 million. After careful review and examination for the proposed supplemental budget number 2, 2026, together with various sources of funds, including the request of confirmation and approval of PDC EXCOM resolutions, the committee finds that the same is in accordance with the usual budgeting and accounting rules and regulations. Therefore, this Honorable Committee of the Whole favorably recommends for the immediate consideration and passage of the aforementioned request to passage of resolution confirming approval of PDC EXCOM resolutions number 11, 12, and 13, all series of 2026, passage of an ordinance authorizing the reversion of funds to the unappropriated balances of calendar year 2026 general fund and reallocation or alignment of appropriations from DBP loan proceeds in the total amount of 91,022,880 and 7 cents, and passage of a corresponding appropriation ordinance and resolution authorizing the enactment of supplemental budget number 2, 2026 to fund various priority programs, projects, and activities of the provincial government of Davao Oriental involving the total amount of 93,230,880 and 7 cents. Madam Presiding Officers, honorable colleagues, I move for the adoption of this Committee of the Whole Report 18-355-2026. I so move.
There is a motion for the adoption of the Committee of the Whole Report number 18-355-2026 on motion of Honorable Rochi Ravelos, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Committee of the Whole Report number 18-355-2026 is hereby adopted by this Council. Next item.
Next are two proposed resolutions. These are proposed resolution numbers 18-530-2026, both authored and sponsored by the Honorable Montojo.
Honorable Montojo is recognized. If there's no objection, a few minutes recess is declared.
5.
We now recognize Honorable Montojo.
Yeah, before I start, Madam Presiding Officer, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the barangay officials from Barangay Lavigan. I'm sorry. Lavigan in Governor Generoso. Welcome to Sangguniang. Madam Presiding Officer, I have here proposed resolution number 18-530-2026. A resolution authorizing the Provincial Governor, Honorable Nelson L. Dayanghirang, for and in behalf of the Province of Davao Oriental, to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Social Welfare and Development, Field Office 11, represented by its Regional Director, Benchi B. Gonzalez, CESE, for the implementation of the Assistance to Individuals in Crisis Situation Program in the Province of Davao Oriental, in the same being consistent with the powers granted to the local chief executive pursuant to Section 465B1 VI of the Republic Act 7160. I move for the approval of this said proposed resolution, Madam Presiding Officer.
There is a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-530, series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Montojo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Resolution number 18-530, series of 2026, is hereby approved by this council. Next item, ma'am.
Next is proposed resolution number 18-531-2026, still to be sponsored by the Honorable Montojo.
Honorable Montojo is recognized.
Madam Presiding Officer, I have another proposed resolution here. It's proposed resolution number 18-531-2026, a resolution authorizing the Honorable Governor Nelson L. Dayanghirang for and in behalf of the provincial government of Davao Oriental to enter into a deed of donation and acceptance by and between the Okada Foundation Incorporated and Tiger Resort, Leisure and Entertainment Incorporated, doing business under the name and style of Okada Manila, Mr. James G. Lorenzana as its president and director, respectively, relative to the donation of equipment intended for Davao Oriental Provincial Medical Center. I move for the approval of this said resolution, Madam Presiding Officer.
There is a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-531, series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Montojo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Resolution number 18-531, series of 2026, is hereby approved by this council. Next item.
Next are four proposed resolutions. These are proposed resolution numbers 18-532-2026, 18-533, 18-534, and 18-535, all authored and sponsored by the Honorable Ravelo.
Honorable Ravelo is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I have here proposed resolutions number 18-532-2026, a resolution confirming the approval on the passage of PDC EXCOM Resolution number 11, series of 2026, entitled a resolution affirming the Local Finance Committee LFC Resolution number 006, series of 2026, entitled a resolution recommending to the Honorable Governor Nelson L. Dayanghirang, Chairperson of the Provincial Development Council, the realignment diversion of the total amount of 17,470,190 pesos and 5 centavos from 20% Local Government Development Fund LGDF, continuing appropriations of calendar year 2022-2025, and the current appropriations of calendar year 2026 to fund various projects of the current year, considering that the same is in accordance with law. Resolution number 18-530-2026, a resolution confirming the approval on the passage of PDC EXCOM Resolution number 12, series of 2026, entitled a resolution affirming the Local Finance Committee Resolution number 7, series of 2026, entitled a resolution recommending the discontinuance of approved projects under loan with the Development Bank of the Philippines, Davao Oriental, and their alignment of budget to be utilized instead for the following proposed projects. Number 1, construction, rehabilitation of DOPH Manay Health Facilities, 10 million. Upgrading and enhancement of revenue generation, financial and resource with digital archiving and content management systems of modernization project, 15 million. Endorsing the same to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, this province, for its appropriate action, considering the same is in accordance with law. Resolution number 18-534-2026, a resolution confirming the approval and the passage of PDC EXCOM Resolution number 13, series of 2025, entitled a resolution approving the calendar year 2026 supplemental annual investment program SAEP2 in the total amount of 93,230,880 pesos and 7 centavos as program, and endorsing the same to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, this province, for its appropriate action, considering that the same is in accordance with law. And proposed resolution number 18-535-2026, a resolution authorizing the enactment of General Fund Supplemental Budget number 2, fiscal year 2026, General Fund of the Province of Davao Oriental, involving the total amount of 161,903 pesos and 74 centavos. Madam Presiding Officer, honorable colleagues, I move for the passage and approval of those following mentioned, just read resolutions number 18-532, 533, 534, and 535 under omnibus motion.
There was an omnibus motion for passage of 4 resolutions. That's resolution number 18-532, 533, 534, and 535, all series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Ravelo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said resolutions are hereby approved by this Council. Next item.
Next is proposed provincial ordinance number 18-25-2026. This is submitted for second reading by the Honorable Ravelo.
Honorable Ravelo.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I have here for second reading proposed provincial ordinance number 18-25-2026, an ordinance reverting to the unappropriated balances of the calendar year 2026 General Fund, the appropriations for the following savings from salaries and other compensations covering the period from January 1, 2026 to May 31, 2026, other locally funded OLF PPAs, maintenance and other operating expenses of Provincial Health Office, capital outlay of various offices, 20% local development funds, continuing appropriations, calendar year 2022 and 2025, and calendar year 2026 current appropriations, and realigning the appropriations from loan proceeds under the Development Bank of the Philippines, and authorizing its corresponding appropriations to fund various priority projects, programs, and activities of this province. Madam Presiding Officer, I move for the passage and approval of the proposed provincial ordinance number 18-25-2026 under second.
There is a motion for the passage for second reading of proposed provincial ordinance number 18-25, series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Ravelo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Provincial Ordinance number 18-25, series of 2026, is hereby approved by this Council. Next item.
Next is 7-2026. This is submitted for second reading once again by the Honorable Ravelo.
Honorable Ravelo is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I have here proposed appropriation ordinance number 18-07-2026 for second reading, an ordinance appropriating the total amount of 93,238,008 pesos and 7 centavos as embodied in the supplemental budget number 2 of the province of Davao Oriental for fiscal year 2026 to fund various priority programs, projects, and activities of the provincial government. Now, therefore, be it ordained by the 18th Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Davao Oriental by virtue of the powers vested by law in session assembled that Section 1 Appropriations, there is hereby appropriated the total amount of 93,230,880 and 7 centavos to fund the various priority programs, projects of the provincial government with the following summary. Provincial Governor's Office, MOA 24,859,000, other locally funded 15,124,272.92, DVP loan proceeds 15 million, Vice Governor's Office MOE 7.5 million pesos, SP Support Services Office MOE 465,734 and 10 centavos, DOPH Lupon capital outlay 250,000, 20% LGDF 10 million, DOPH Katil 20% LGDF 3 million, DOPH Manay DPP loan proceeds 10 million, Provincial Social Welfare Development Office capital outlay 99,685, Public Employment Services Office Personal Services 204,000, Provincial Environment Natural Resources Office 20% LGDF 808,228.66 centavos, and other locally funded of 2,208,000. Provincial Engineers Office 20% LGDF 3,661,961.39, and Provincial Cooperative Office MOA of 50,000, with a total of 93,230,880 and 7 centavos. Madam Presiding Officer, honorable colleagues, I move for the passage and approval of proposed appropriation ordinance number 18-07-2026 on second reading. I so move.
There is a motion for the passage of proposed appropriation ordinance number 18-07 series of 2026 for second reading on motion of Honorable Ravelo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said the appropriation ordinance number 18-07 series of 2026 is hereby approved by this council.
The
Next.
Honorable Ravelo would like to manifest something for inclusion of your two proposed ordinances under the third and final reading part of the agenda.
Honorable Lipardo is recognized.
I ask for a 1-minute recess. Thank you.
Okay, if there's no objection, 1-minute recess is declared. Resume.
Thank
may
you, Honorable
proceed.
Presiding Officer. May I know if we still have other matters under...
Napaisa board.
Yeah. Can we continue with the last item? And by the time we go back to the plenary when we already lift the suspended House rules, then I will make the necessary manifestation for the amendment of our calendar to include this on third and final reading. Thank you.
So what is the next item?
Next is proposed resolution number 18-523-2026 to be sponsored by the Honorable Montes.
Honorable Montes is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I have here proposed resolution number 18-253-2026, a resolution commending and congratulating the Balangay City High Performing Arts for emerging as the grand champion and three-time winner of the Indak sa Kadalanan 2026 of the Kadayawan Festival, thereby bringing honor, pride, and distinction to the province of Davao Oriental. Whereas the Indak sa Kadayawan is a premier cultural street dancing competition that showcases the rich heritage, diverse tradition, and artistic excellence of Mindanao. Whereas the Balangay City High Performing Arts of the City of Mati National High School, headed by school head Jubilin Barbas, demonstrated unparalleled artistry, precision, and cultural mastery during the Indak sa Kadayawan 2026 held on August 16, 2026 along the Coastal Road, Davao Coastal Road. Whereas the group successfully defended their title for third consecutive year, achieving historic three-peat Grand Slam champion in a highly competitive open category and bring home the grand prize of 2 million pesos. Whereas in addition to the grand champion, the contingent swept the competition's most prestigious special awards, including Best Choreography, Best Street Dance, and Best in Artistic Design for their exceptional costume, props, and overall visual aesthetic. Whereas the monumental milestone builds upon their back-to-back championship victories in 2024 and 2025, cementing their status as the elite powerhouse of the regional cultural arts scene. Whereas the extraordinary success of these student artists, choreographers, musicians, and design teams bring immense pride, honor, and prestige, not only to their institution, but the entire city of Mati and the province of Davao Oriental. Whereas their victory serves as an inspirational testament to the discipline, resilience, and vibrant creativity of the youth providing that dedication of cultural preservation can achieve absolute excellence on the grandest stage. Whereas to extend the highest commendation and warmest congratulations to the Balangay City High Performing Arts of the City of Mati National High School of their historic achievement as three-time champion of the Indak sa Kadayawan of 2026. Whereas a copy of this resolution be presented to the school administration, artistic directors, and student representatives for the contingent in recognition of their exemplary contribution to the cultural pride of the community. Therefore, Madam Chair, I would like to pass the proposed resolution number 18-523-2026. Thank you, Madam Chair.
There is a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-523, series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Montes, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Resolution number 18-523, series of 2026, is hereby approved by this Council.
Honorable Chair, we have no more items to be tackled under suspended rules, Your Honor.
Yes, Honorable Lipardo, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I move that we lift the temporary suspension of the House rules.
There was a motion for the lifting of the temporary suspension of House rules on motion of Honorable Lipardo, seconded by Honorable Uy, Honorable Palmahir, and Honorable Castro. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. You may proceed, Honorable Lipardo.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. We have just passed on suspended House rules during the plenary session, Honorable Presiding Officer. The proposed provincial ordinance number 18-25 as well as 18-07 on second reading. And considering that this is certified urgent by the Honorable Governor, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move that this be included in our calendar of business for today's session under third and final reading, particularly again, proposed provincial ordinance number 18-07 entitled an ordinance appropriating the total amount of 93,230,870.07 as embodied in the supplemental budget number 2 of the province of Davao Oriental for fiscal year 2026 to fund various priority programs, projects, activities of the provincial government, as well as proposed provincial ordinance number 18-25 series of 2026 entitled an ordinance reverting to the unappropriated balances of the calendar year 2026 general fund, the appropriations from the following: number 1, savings and salaries and other compensation covering the period from January 1 to May 31, 2026. Number 2, other locally funded PBAs. Number 3, maintenance and other operating expenses of the provincial health. Number 4, capital outlay of various offices. Number 5, 20% LGDF. Continuing appropriation from calendar years 22 to 25. Calendar year 2026 current appropriations and reallocating or realigning the appropriations from loan proceeds under the Development Bank of the Philippines and authorizing its corresponding appropriations to fund various priority projects, programs, activities of the province, Honorable Presiding Officer. All authored and sponsored by the Honorable Ruchi M. Ravelo. Thank you.
There was a motion for the amendment of our order of business by inclusion of two proposed ordinances, Provincial Ordinance number 18-25, series of 2026, and Appropriation Ordinance number 18-07, series of 2026 for third and final reading. Motion of Honorable Lipardo, seconded by all present. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Madam Secretary, please take note.
Noted, Your Honor. Next are petitions and memorials. None. Next is consideration of committee reports. First is committee report number 18-341-2026 by the Committee on Social Services.
Honorable Muntoho is recognized.
Good afternoon again, Madam Presiding Officer. I have here committee report number 18-341-2026 with a subject communication number 18-496-2026. Pertains to the letter of the Provincial Governor, Honorable Nelson L. Dayaghirang, requesting the passage of a resolution authorizing him to enter into and sign for in behalf of the Provincial Government of Davao Oriental a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Social Welfare and Development, Field Office 11 through the Sustainable Livelihood Program. Madam Presiding Officer, I believe everyone has a copy of this said committee report. May I move that we forego of the reading of the whole report and subsequently adopt this said committee report.
There is a motion for the adoption of Committee Report number 18-341-2026 on motion of Honorable Montojo, seconded by Honorable Montes, Honorable Linsag, all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Committee Report number 18-341-2026 is hereby adopted by this Council. Next item.
Next is Committee Report number 18-342-2026 by the Committee on Tourism.
Honorable Castro is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. In behalf of the Committee on Tourism, this representation would like to render committee report on number 18-342 series of 2026. Subject is the communication number 18-483 series of 2026, a letter from the Honorable Provincial Governor Nelson L. Dayanghirang dated May 25, 2026, requesting this august body for the passage of an appropriate resolution or legislative measure adopting or endorsing the Tourism Development Plan for calendar year 2026 to 2030 of this province. Madam Presiding Officer, since all the members were furnished with these copies of this committee report, may I move to dispense the reading of the whole content and move subsequently for the adoption. Thank you, Madam Presiding. I do so move.
There was a motion for the adoption of Committee Report number 18-342-2026 on motion of Honorable Castro, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Committee Report number 18-342-2026 is hereby adopted by this Council. Next item.
Next is Committee Report number 18-343-2026 by the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations and Ways and Means.
Honorable Ravelo is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I have here Committee Report number 343-2026, submitted by the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations with subject communication number 18-486-2026. A letter from the SB Secretary R.C. Lincades of the Municipality of Manay, Davao Oriental, dated July 8, 2026, submitting Municipal Ordinance number 2026-21-2025 with regards entitled An Ordinance Institutionalizing the Uniform Issuance of Citation Tickets for Violations of Municipal Ordinances in the Municipality of Manay, providing guidelines for collection, payment, and sharing of fines and for other purposes. The same was enacted by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan June 24, 2026. Madam Presiding Officer, honorable colleagues, I move to dispense with the reading of the whole content of this committee report and subsequently move for its adoption. I so move.
There is a motion for the adoption of Committee Report number 18-343-2026 on motion of Honorable Ravelo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Committee Report number 18-343-2026 is hereby adopted by this Council.
Next is Committee Report number 18-344-2026 by the Committee on Environment and Natural Resources.
Honorable Lipardo is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. This is Committee Report number 18-344 series of 2026 on subject communication number 18-494 series of 2026, Municipal Ordinance number 12 series of 2026 entitled An Ordinance Establishing Sewage and Septage Management System in Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental, and prescribing penalties for violation thereof. Last August 5, 2026, we had our committee meeting, and the findings as well as the recommendations were all incorporated on this committee report number 18. Now, considering that copies of this committee report was given to all members of this August body since last August 11, 2026, I would no longer be reading the whole contents thereof, but instead would move for the acceptance of committee report number 18-344, series of 2026. I do so move.
There is a motion for the adoption of Committee Report number 18-344-2026 on motion of Honorable Lipardo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Committee Report number 18-344-2026 is hereby adopted by this Council.
Next is Committee Report number 18-345-2026 by the Committee on Women, Children, and Families.
Honorable Castro is recognized.
Thank you po, Madam Presiding. In behalf of the Committee on Women, Children, and Family, this representation would like to render Committee Report number 18-345 series of 2025. Subject is Communication number 18-495 series of 2026, a letter from Mr. Val E. Amigo, SB Secretary of the Municipality of Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental, dated July 16, 2026, submitting Municipal Ordinance number 10, series of 2026, entitled An Ordinance Institutionalizing the Programs, Services, Privileges, and Other Benefits for Solo Parents and their children, and appropriating funds thereof and other purposes pursuant to the Republic Act of 11861. Madam Presiding, since all of the members were given copies with this committee report, may I move to dispense the reading of the whole content and subsequently move for the adoption of this. Thank you very much. I do so move.
There is a motion for the adoption of Committee Report number 18-345-2026 on motion of Honorable Castro, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Committee Report number 18-345-2026 is hereby adopted by this Council.
Next is Committee Report number 346-2026. Government. This will be reported by the Honorable Uy, member of the said committee.
Honorable Uy is recognized.
Thank you very much, Madam Presiding Officer, and good afternoon to one and all. With the consent of the Chairman of the Committee on Local Government, the Honorable Jerome Dayangirang, this representation, being the member of the said committee, would render Committee Report number 18-346-2028 filed by the said committee, dated August 12, 2026, with its subject, Communication number 18-494-2026, a letter from Mr. Val E. Amigo, Sangguniang Bayan Secretary, Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental, dated July 22, 2026, submitting Municipal Ordinance number 13, series of 2026, entitled An Ordinance Institutionalizing the Empowerment of Purok Organization in the Municipality of Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental, and prescribing penalties in violation thereof. Madam Presiding Officer, with copies of the said committee report distributed to the members of this august body, this representation would like to dispense with the reading of the full content of the said committee report and subsequently move for the adoption of Committee Report number 18-346-2026. I do so move.
There is a motion for the adoption of Committee Report number 18-346-2026 on motion of Honorable Uy, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Committee Report number 18-346-2026 is hereby adopted by this Council.
Next is Committee Report number 18-347-2026 by the Committee on Disaster Preparedness. This will be reported by the Honorable Montojo, Vice Chairman of the said committee.
Honorable Montojo is recognized.
Madam Presiding Officer, I have here Committee Report number 347-2026 by the Committee on Disaster Preparedness. Subject is Communication number 18-497-2026, a letter from the Provincial Governor, Honorable Nelson L. Dayanghirang, dated July 27, 2026, requesting this august body for the passage of a resolution authorizing him to enter into a memorandum of agreement for and in behalf of the province of Davao Oriental with the Davao Oriental State University. Madam Presiding Officer, I believe we all have a copy of this committee report. May I move to dispense the reading and subsequently adopt this said committee report, Madam Presiding Officer.
There is a motion for the adoption of Committee Report number 18-347-2026 on motion of Honorable Montojo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Committee Report number 18-347-2026 is hereby adopted by this Council.
Next is Committee Report number 18-348-2026 by the Committee on Rules, Privileges, Laws, Ordinances, and Legal Matters.
Honorable Lipardo is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. This is Committee Report number 18-348 series of 2026. Subject communication number 18-498 series of 2026 pertaining to the letter from Ms. Irene D. Tinong, Secretary to the Sangguniang Bayan of Tarragona, Davao Oriental, transmitting Municipal Ordinance number 55, series of 2026, entitled An Ordinance Repealing Municipal Ordinance number 17, series of 2025, entitled An Ordinance Adopting Executive Order number 13, series of 2025 of Municipal Mayor Samuel Uy, assigning the multipurpose building located in the Municipal Government Center as the official building for the office of the Municipal Vice Mayor of the Municipality of Tarragona, Davao Oriental, withdrawing the exclusive assignment of said building to the office of the Municipal Mayor under Republic Act number 7160 to administer, regulate, and assign municipal government buildings and facilities within the Municipal Government Center of Tarragona, Davao Oriental. Honorable Presiding Officer, copies of this committee report was previously handed out to all members of this august body, dated August 11, 2026. And so, this representation would no longer be reading the findings as well as the recommendation as listed in the said committee report, and subsequently move for the acceptance of committee report number 18-348 series of 2026. Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There was a motion for the acceptance of Committee Report number 18-348-2026 on motion of Honorable Lipardo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Committee Report number 18-348-2026 is hereby adopted by this Council.
Next is Committee Report number 18-349-2026 by the Committee on Labor, Employment, Civil Service, and Human Resource Development.
Honorable Montes is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I have here Committee Report number 349-2026, dated August 19, 2026, with communication number 18-453-2026. It is a letter from Ms. Edisa L. Sumampong, Acting SB Secretary of the Municipality of Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental, dated June 18, 2026, submitting Municipal Ordinance number 8, series of 2026, entitled An Ordinance Creating One Bookbinder 4, Salary Grade 10, position for the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office, this municipality. Action taken, the committee held a meeting at this representation's office to confirm matters pertaining to the above subject referred communication. Present during the meeting is this representation as chairman and the rest of the members of the committee. Findings, Municipal Ordinance number 8, series of 2026 of the Municipality of Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental was passed by the Sangguniang Bayan on May 26, 2026, and the same was approved and signed by the municipal mayor on June 10, 2026. Number 2, Section 4 thereof states that the created position shall be placed under the direct supervision and control of the MDRRMO and shall part from the permanent plantilla of personnel from the Municipal Treasurer's Office. In view thereof, there seems to be inconsistent and misalignment of functional supervision. Number 3, Section 5 thereof states that upon the concurrence of the Civil Service Commission on the subject municipal ordinance, the said position shall be included in the plantilla of personnel in the municipality. Madam Chair, for the recommendation, this honorable committee hereby recommends for the approval of the passage of such resolution. I also move, Madam Chair.
There was a motion for the adoption of Committee Report number 18-349-2026 on motion of Honorable Montojo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Committee Report number 18-349-2026 is hereby adopted by this Council.
Next is Committee Report number 18-350-2026 by the Committee on Social Services.
Honorable Montojo is recognized.
Good afternoon again, Madam Presiding Officer. I have here Committee Report number 18-350-2026 with the subject Communication number 18-463-2026 pertains to the letter from the Secretary of the Sangguniang Bayan of San Isidro, Davao Oriental, forwarding Municipal Ordinance number 348-18-2026 entitled An Ordinance Adopting and or Localizing the Implementation of Republic Act number 11861, otherwise known as an act providing for benefits and privileges to solo parents and their children, appropriating funds therefore, and for other purposes, for review and confirmation by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan pursuant to Section 468A 1I of Republic Act number 7160. Another subject communication is number 18-492-2026 pertaining to the letter from the Secretary to the Sangguniang Bayan of Panay-Banay, Davao Oriental, transmitting Municipal Ordinance number 2026-07 entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Pawning of Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program or 4-piece cash card and other 4-piece documents for loans or credit transactions in the municipality of Panay-Banay, Davao Oriental, providing penalties for violations thereof and for other purposes, for review by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan pursuant to Section 468A 1I of the Republic Act number 7160, and another subject communication number 18-494-2026, item number 1, pertaining to the letter from the Secretary of the Sangguniang Bayan of Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental, transmitting various municipal ordinances along with Municipal Ordinance number 11, Series of 2026, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Pawning of Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program, 4-piece cash card, and other 4-piece documents by beneficiaries in the municipality of Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental, for review of the 18th Sangguniang Panlalawigan pursuant to law. Madam Presiding Officer, I believe everyone has a copy of this committee report. I now move to dispense the reading of the whole report and subsequently move for the adoption of this committee report. Thank you.
There is a motion for the adoption of Committee Report number 18-350-2026 on motion of Honorable Montojo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Committee Report number 18-350-2026 is hereby adopted by this Council.
Next is Committee Report number 18-351-2026 by the Committee on Peace and Order and Public Safety.
Honorable Johnson Michael Dayanghirang is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the distinguished members of the Committee on Peace and Order and Public Safety, this representation would like to render Committee Report number 18-351-2026 with communication number 18-503-2026, a letter from the Honorable Governor Nelson L. Dayanghirang dated July 27, 2026, addressed to the honorable members of this august body through Honorable Vice Governor Maria Glenda Monet R. Gaita, respectfully requesting the adoption and passage of a resolution declaring the 12th day of July of every year as West Philippine Sea Victory Day in the province of Davao Oriental. Madam Presiding Officer, considering that all members of this august body have already been provided with a copy of the said report, I move to dispense with the reading of its entire contents and subsequently move for its adoption. I also move.
There was a motion for the adoption of Committee Report number 18-351-2026 on motion of Honorable Joson Dayanghirang, seconded by all members present. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Committee Report number 18-351-2026 is hereby adopted by this Council.
Next is Committee Report number 18-352-2026 by the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations and Ways and Means.
Honorable Ravelo is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I have here Committee Report number 18-352-2026 submitted by the honorable members of the SP Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation with subject communication number 18-488-2026. Item number 3, letter from SB Secretary Melvin Lubitania of the Municipality of San Isidro, Davao Oriental, dated July 20, 2026, submitting Municipal Ordinance 351-18-2026 entitled An Ordinance Authorizing and Approving the Purchase of Vehicles amounting to 9 million pesos, specifically 1 unit sport utility vehicle, SUV, 1 unit pickup truck, 1 unit utility vehicle, and 1 unit van, and appropriating funds therefore. Honorable Presiding Officer, honorable colleagues, I move to dispense with the reading of the whole content of this committee report and subsequently move for its adoption. I so move.
There was a motion for the adoption of Committee Report number 18-352-2026 on motion of Honorable Ravelo, seconded by all members present. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Committee Report number 18-352-2026 is hereby adopted by this Council. Next item.
Next item is calendar of business. First, under calendar of business is unfinished business, none. Next is business for the day. First, under business for the day is proposed resolution number 18-515-2026, authored and sponsored by the Honorable John Erwin J. Montojo.
Honorable Montojo is recognized.
Madam Presiding Officer, I have here proposed resolution number 18-515-2026, a resolution authorizing the Provincial Governor, Honorable Nelson L. Dayanghirang, to enter into a memorandum of agreement for and in behalf of the Provincial Government of Davao Oriental to enter into a memorandum. Department of Social Welfare and Development, Field Office 11, represented by its regional director. I'm sorry. Can we have a 1-minute recess?
Okay. If there's no objection from the members, none noted. 1-minute recess is declared. assumed. You may proceed, Honorable Montojo.
Madam Presiding Officer, I have here proposed resolution number 18-515-2026, a resolution authorizing the Provincial Governor, Honorable Nelson L. Dayanghirang, to enter into a memorandum of agreement for and in behalf of the Provincial Government of Davao Oriental with the Department of Social Welfare and Development Field Office 11, represented by its Regional Director, Benchi B. Gonzalez, CESE, through the Sustainable Livelihood Program to strengthen its implementation in the province of Davao Oriental, the same being consistent with the powers granted under Republic Act Number 7160 and beneficial to the promotion of sustainable socio-economic development and poverty alleviation. I move for the passage of this said resolution, Madam Presiding Officer.
Okay, there was a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-515, series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Montojo, seconded by all members present. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Resolution number 18-515, series of 2026, is hereby approved by this Council.
Next is proposed number 18-516-2026, authored and sponsored by the Honorable Ana Cheryl N. Castro.
Honorable Castro is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. To our Honorable Presiding Officer, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, to our visitor, maayong hapon sa tanan. I have the honor to sponsor a resolution approving the Tourism Development Plan for the province of Davao Oriental for the year 2026 to 2030, considered under Committee on Tourism Report number 18-342 series of 2026. Tinahod na Presiding Officer, ang turismo is more than just visitors and attractions. It is a livelihood for our communities and pride for our province. This plan lays out a clear roadmap to develop our destinations responsibly, promote our culture and products, and ensure that the growth will benefit the Davaoenyo. Nasayod kita ang turismo dako kaayo og tabang sa atong ekonomiya. It creates jobs, nagasuporta kini sa atong mga negosyante, farmers, fisher folks, o nagapromote usab sa atong unique nga kultura o mga maanindot nga mga lugar sama sa ang 6,000 hectare Mount Hamigitan Range, wildlife sanctuary in the municipality of San Isidro, a protected mountain range being Mindanao's first UNESCO World Heritage Site and Global Biodiversity Sanctuary. It is famous for housing the world's largest century-old pygmy or bonsai forest, rare pitcher plants that the threatened and endemic flora and fauna species, 8 of which are found only at Mount Hamigitan. These include critically endangered trees, plants, and the iconic Philippine eagle and the Philippine cockatoo, a loud, smart type of parrot with a movable feather crest on its head. Ang Aliwagwag Falls, the pride of the municipality of Katiel, the hometown of this representation, situated in the Eastern Mindanao Biodiversity Corridor, which contains one of the largest remaining blocks of tropical lowland rainforest in the Philippines. Aliwagwag Falls is the country's highest and tallest waterfall that features 340 meters height and stunning series of 84 cascading stairs resembling in a stair-step curtain of water. Recently declared as National Park under Republic Act number 11038 or the Expanded National Integrated Protected Areas System Act of 2018, signed by President Rodrigo Duterte in July 18. Ang 25 million Subangan Museum, an interactive provincial museum considered as the state-of-the-art Museum of the South, which highlights the province's rich culture, natural biodiversity, and history. Ang Cape San Agustin Historical Lighthouse sa Governor Generoso, also locally known as Parola, features the distinct lighthouse overlooking the Celebes Sea and the Davao Gulf, serving as a vital historic maritime boundary of World War II strategic point and iconic landmark. Believed by local tradition to be the site where Saint Francis Xavier celebrated Mass in the 16th century near a large altar-like boulder. Ug ang Pusan Point sa Caraga, sitting a 40-foot rocky cliff facing the Pacific Ocean. It became famous at the turn of the millennium where the first sunrise of the millennium in the Philippines happened. It features historic lighthouses, a massive Jubilee Cross, and a panoramic ocean views. And the Mandaya Heritage Museum too, and now considered the newest gem of the picturesque eastern province of Mindanao. Pipila lang kini sa mga maanindot nga mga butang na ato ang makitaan na atong ikapasigarbo, no? So tinahod kong presiding officer o pinalangga na akong mga kauban o dili lang ni ordinaryo mga tourists. Kini sila kabahin sang kanato kinabuhi. Kanato ini banwa, our home, kanato pagkatao, our identity, and kanato sugilanon, our story, o kanato garbo, our pride. This tourism development plan is our promise. A promise nga atong i-develop ang atong mga lugar with respect sa nature. A promise nga ang kauswagan maabot sa matag barangay. Atong gisaad nga ang Davao Oriental dili lang lugar nga bisitahan but a home nga atong ipadayon ug atong ikapanghambog sa tibuok kalibutan. Let's approve this plan para makapadayon na ta sa atong programa para ni sa kaugmaon sa atong probinsya ug sa mga sumusunod na mga henerasyon. I humbly appeal to this body, let's approve this plan. Let's choose progress. Mag-iban kita, tabangan ta yang kanato turismo, tabangan ta yang kanato Davao Oriental. With that, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move for the approval of the proposed resolution number 18-516 series of 2026, the tourism development plan for the calendar year of 2026 to 2030. I do so move. Daghang salamat.
There was a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-516, series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Castro, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Resolution number 18-516, series of 2026, is hereby approved by this Council.
Next is proposed resolution number 18-517-2026, authored and sponsored by the Honorable Ruchi M. Ravelo.
Honorable Ravelo is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I have here proposed resolution number 18-517-2026, entitled a resolution confirming the validity of municipal ordinance number 2026-21-05 of the municipality of Manay, Davao Oriental, entitled an ordinance institutionalizing the uniform issuance of citation tickets for violation of municipal ordinance in the municipality of Manay, providing guidelines for collection, payment, and sharing of fines, and for other purposes. Considering that the same is within the prescribed powers of the Sangguniang Bayan, subject to applicable laws, rules, and regulations relative thereto, with the recommendation to take necessary corrective actions on the clerical issues and other discrepancies identified thereof. Madam Presiding Officer, honorable colleagues, I move to dispense with the reading of the whole content of this proposed resolution number 18-517-2026 and subsequently move for its passage and approval. I so move.
There is a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-517 series of 2026 on motion of Honorable Ravelo, seconded by all members present. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Resolution number 18-517 series of 2026 is hereby approved by this council.
Next is proposed resolution number 18-518-2026, authored and sponsored by the Honorable Attorney Manuel M. Lipardo Jr.
Honorable Lipardo is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. This is proposed resolution number 18-518 series of 2026, entitled a resolution confirming municipal ordinance number 12 series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental, entitled an ordinance establishing sewage and septage management system in Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental, and prescribing penalties for violation thereof, subject to existing laws relative thereto. Honorable Presiding Officer, considering that copies of this proposed resolution was given prior to today's session, I would no longer read the necessary whereases therein, but would subsequently move for the passage of the said proposed resolution number 18-518 series of 2026, confirming the validity of municipal ordinance number 12 series of 2026. I do so move, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There is a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-518 series of 2026 on motion of Honorable Lipardo, seconded by all members present. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Resolution number 18-518 series of 2026 is hereby approved by this council.
Next is proposed resolution number 18-519-2026, authored and sponsored by the Honorable Ana Cherel and Castro.
Honorable Castro is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. I move for the passage and approval of proposed resolution number 18-519 series of 2026, a resolution confirming the validity of the municipal ordinance number 10 series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental, entitled an ordinance institutionalizing the program services, privileges, and other benefits for solo parents and their children, and appropriating funds thereof and other purposes pursuant to the Republic Act 11861, subject to existing laws thereto. I do so move, Madam Presiding.
There is a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-519 series of 2026 on motion of Honorable Castro, seconded by all members present. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Resolution number 18-519 series of 2026 is hereby approved by this council.
Next is proposed resolution number 18-520-2026, authored by the Honorable Attorney Maria Lady Hope J. Macaira, and to be sponsored by the Honorable Uy.
Honorable Uy is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. For proposed resolution number 18-520-2026, filed by the Committee on Local Government. This representation, together with the whole composition of the said committee, moves for a passage of a resolution returning to the Sangguniang Bayan of Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental, Municipal Ordinance Number 13, Series of 2026, entitled An Ordinance Institutionalizing the Empowerment of Uruk Organization in the Municipality of Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental, and prescribing penalties in violation thereof, with no action, considering penal provision is not in consonance with the powers of the Sangguniang Bayan, as provided specifically under the Section 447, letter A, number 1 of the Local Government Code of 1991 or the Republic Act number 7160. I do so move, Madam Presiding Officer.
There is a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-520, series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Uy, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Resolution number 18-520, series of 2026, is hereby approved by this Council.
Next is proposed resolution number 18-521-2026, authored and sponsored by the Honorable John Erwin G. Montojo.
Honorable Montojo is recognized.
Madam Presiding Officer, I have here proposed resolution number 18-521-2026, a resolution authorizing the Provincial Governor, the Honorable Nelson L. Dainghirang, for and in behalf of the Provincial Government of Davao Oriental to enter into a memorandum of agreement with Davao Oriental State University, represented by its University President, Dr. Roy G. Ponce, relative to the establishment of a collaborative evidence-based profiling and data gathering initiative to strengthen the disaster resilience of communities throughout the province. I move for the approval of this said resolution, Madam Presiding Officer.
There is a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-521, series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Montojo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Resolution number 18-521, series of 2026, is hereby approved by this Council.
Next is proposed resolution number 18-522-2026, authored and sponsored by the Honorable Attorney Manuel M. Lipardo Jr.
Honorable Lipardo is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I move for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-522 series of 2026, a resolution confirming the validity of Municipal Ordinance number 55 series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Tarragona, Davao Oriental. I do so move for that, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There is a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-522-2026 on motion of Honorable Lipardo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Resolution number 18-522, series of 2026, is hereby approved by this Council.
Next is proposed resolution number 18-524-2026, authored and sponsored by the Honorable Harold A. Montes.
Honorable Montes is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I have here proposed resolution number 18-254-2026, a resolution confirming the validity of Municipal Ordinance number 8, series of 2026, of the Municipality of Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental, entitled An Ordinance Creating one Bookbinder 4 Salary Grade 10 position for the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office, this municipality, considering that the same is in accordance with the law, subject to relevant existing rules and regulation of the Civil Service Commission and the Department of Budget and Management. Madam Chair, I move for the approval of the proposed resolution.
There is a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-524, series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Montes, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Resolution number 18-524, series of 2026, is hereby approved by this Council.
Next are three proposed resolutions. These are proposed resolution numbers 18-525-2026, 18-526, and 18-527, all authored and sponsored by the Honorable John Erwin G. Montojo.
Honorable Montojo is recognized.
Madam Presiding Officer, I have here three proposed resolutions. First is resolution number 18-525-2026, a resolution confirming the validity of Municipal Ordinance number 348-18-2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of San Isidro, Davao Oriental, entitled An Ordinance Adopting and/or Localizing the Implementation of Republic Act number 11861, otherwise known as an act providing for benefits and privileges to solo parents and their children, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes, considering that the same is within the prescribed powers of the Sangguniang Bayan pursuant to Article 3, Section 447A1, Republic Act number 7160. Next is proposed resolution number 18-526-2026, a resolution confirming the validity of Municipal Ordinance number 2026-07 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Banay-Banay, Davao Oriental, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Pawning of Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program, the 4-piece cash cards and other 4-piece documents for loans or credit transactions in the municipality of Banay-Banay, Davao Oriental, providing penalties for violations thereof and for other purposes, the same being within the legislative authority of the Sangguniang Bayan pursuant to Section 447A1 of Republic Act number 7160 and consistent with Republic Act 11310, subject to compliance with the posting and publication requirements prescribed under Section 59 of Republic Act number 7160 and all other applicable laws, rules, and regulations. And the last one is resolution number 18-527-2026, a resolution confirming the validity of Municipal Ordinance number 11, Series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Pawning of Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program, 4-piece cash card, and other 4-piece documents by beneficiaries in the municipality of Governor Generoso, Davao Oriental, the same being within the legislative authority of the Sangguniang Bayan pursuant to Section 447A1 of Republic Act number 7160, subject to compliance with the posting and publication requirements prescribed under Section 59 of Republic Act 7160 and all other applicable laws, rules, and regulations. I move for the approval of these three said resolutions under omnibus motion, Madam Presiding Officer.
There is an omnibus motion for the passage of three resolutions, numbered resolution number 18-525, 526, and 527, all series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Montojo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said resolutions are hereby approved by this Council.
Next is proposed resolution number 18-528-2026, authored and sponsored by the Honorable Joson Michael G. Dayanghirang.
Honorable Dayanghirang is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I move for the passage and approval of the proposed resolution number 18-528-2026, a resolution declaring the 12th day of July of every year as West Philippine Sea Victory Day in the province of Davao Oriental in commemoration of the 12 July 2016 South China Sea Arbitral Award, affirming support for the Philippines' sovereign rights and maritime entitlements in the West Philippine Sea, promoting public awareness, the rule of law, peaceful dispute settlement, maritime heritage, and encouraging civic, cultural, environmental, and educational activities in its annual observance. I do so move, Madam Presiding Officer.
There is a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-528, series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Joson Dayanghirang, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Resolution number 18-528, series of 2026, is hereby approved by this Council.
Next is proposed resolution number 18-529-2026, authored and sponsored by the Honorable Ruche M. Ravelo.
Honorable Ravelo is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I have here proposed resolution number 18-529-2026, a resolution confirming the validity of Municipal Ordinance number 351-18-2026, of the Municipality of San Isidro, Davao Oriental, and an ordinance authorizing and approving the purchase of vehicles amounting to 9 million pesos, specifically 1 unit sport utility vehicle, 1 unit pickup truck, 1 unit utility vehicle, and 1 unit van, and appropriating funds therefore subject to applicable laws, rules, and regulations, with the recommendation to consider revising, amending the same in order to fully establish fiscal authority and compliance for the purchase and authorization of the motor vehicles covered therein. Honorable Presiding Officer, honorable colleagues, I move to dispense with the reading of the whole content of this resolution number 18-529-2026 and subsequently move for its passage and approval. I so move.
There is a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-529 series of 2026 on motion of Honorable Ravelo, seconded by all members present. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Resolution number 18-529 series of 2026 is hereby approved by this council.
Next item is unassigned business, none. Next is proposed ordinances for third and final reading. First, under this is proposed provincial ordinance number 18-25-2026. This will be presented by the Honorable Ravelo for third and final reading.
Honorable Ravelo is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I have here proposed provincial ordinance number 18-25-2026 on third and final reading, an ordinance reverting to the unappropriated balances of the calendar year 2026 General Fund, the appropriations from following: savings from salaries and other compensations, other locally funded, maintenance and other operating expenses, Provincial Health Office, capital outlay of various offices, 20% local development funds, continuing appropriations, and realigning the appropriations from loan proceeds under the Development Bank of the Philippines, DBP, and authorizing its corresponding appropriations to fund various priority programs, projects, and activities of the province. And proposed appropriation ordinance number 18-07-2026, an ordinance appropriating the total amount of 93,230,880 pesos and 7 centavos as embodied in the supplemental budget number 2 of the province of Davao Oriental for fiscal year 2026 to fund various priority programs, projects, and activities of the provincial government. Honorable Presiding Officer, honorable colleagues, I move for the passage and approval of the two just read ordinances 18-25-2026 and 18-07-2026 under omnibus motion. I so move.
There is a motion for the passage for third and final reading, proposed provincial ordinance number 18-25 series of 2026. Although on motion of Honorable Ravelo, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. Madam Secretary, please proceed with the count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Honorable Presiding Officer, all the 11 members present voted in favor or in the affirmative side for the passage of proposed provincial ordinance number 18-25-2026 for third and final reading, Your Honor.
Provincial ordinance number 18-25 series of 2026 is now approved for third and final reading. There is also another motion for the passage for third and final reading of appropriation ordinance number 18-07 series of 2026 on motion of Honorable Ravelo. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Madam Secretary.
Again, Honorable Presiding Officer, all the 11 members present voted in favor or in the affirmative side for the passage of proposed appropriation ordinance number 18-07-2026 for third and final reading, Your Honor.
Appropriation ordinance number 18-07 series of 2026 is now approved for third and final reading.
Next is consideration of other matters.
So we are now under other matters. Are there any announcements, other matters for discussion from the members? Honorable Lepardo is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I could no longer remember, Honorable Presiding Officer, but also during other matters, I made a presentation on the intention of the governor to extend the effects of the tax amnesty of those who are not yet able to pay the real property tax, particularly that amount which has an added penalty. Now, Honorable Presiding Officer, and this was also discussed by the governor earlier this morning. I think you were also there. By next year, we are already told by the national government that we are to increase the basic amount, the threshold by which the real property tax will be pegged on. Now, it's good that the provincial treasurer in the person of Engineer Rodriguez is with us today, and I was able to talk to her about this one. Extending the tax amnesty by using that of what has been extended by the national government would entail a approval coming from the BLGF. However, according to her, we can make our own localized amnesty. The purpose of having this amnesty, again, Honorable Presiding Officer, is to allow our constituents, especially those who has an unpaid real property taxes that has already incurred penalties, to catch up and be able to pay the same, because again, by next year, the RPT would increase. And with that, as I have mentioned earlier that I have already talked to Engineer Ging Rodriguez, we will be requesting her. And because there is a need for a justification. If we are to create our own tax amnesty, localized tax amnesty, the same has to be justified by the province. And hopefully, according to her, it would entail her around a week or two to submit the same to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. And by then, we can refer the same to the same committee of the Honorable Ravelo so that we can speed up the passage of this localized tax amnesty, Honorable Presiding Officer. And I hope with the indulgence of the Honorable Ravelo, this will be given really time and attention, considering that the governor is also asking for it. And with the presence of Engineer Rodriguez, who is with us today, we can have the said justification in having our own localized amnesty the most 2 weeks from now. Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Honorable Lepardo. Yes, Honorable Ravelo is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I do appreciate the attention given by the Honorable Attorney Lepardo, our Vice Chair of the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, as well as the Ways and Means, that we're going to extend like hit by the doublet earthquake last year, plus this fuel crisis right now. So with that, I'd like to request the members of the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations and provincial Ging Rodriguez, together with the local finance committee, that will have a committee immediately next week, Tuesday, to discuss this matter, so that by Wednesday next week we'll be able to pass this, because the tax amnesty ordinance lapsed last July 4, 2026. So para dili na mataas pa ang gap, we need to have this matter discussed immediately by the committee and have this passed possible by the next week's session, regular session, Madam Chair. That is all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Ravelo. We are still under other matters. Yes, Honorable Stephen Paul O is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. This representation would like to request the members of the Committee on Aquaculture and Fisheries Resources for a committee meeting right after our session. Madam Presiding Officer.
Okay, please take note, Vice Chair and members of the Committee on Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, there will be a meeting after this regular session. Yes, any other manifestations? We are still under other matters. If none, we can proceed to the next item. Madam Secretary.
Next is adjournment.
Okay, Honorable Lipardo is recognized.
I move to adjourn, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There is a motion for the adjournment of this regular session until next Wednesday. A motion of Honorable Lipardo, seconded by all members present. Objections, discussions, none noted. Session is hereby adjourned.